School. I'm your science teacher. We are learning chapter 6, tissues. Now, yesterday we saw about a meristematic tissue. It is divided into three: apical meristem, interscalary meristem, and the lateral meristem. Now, the next what we are going to learn is a permanent tissue. Now, permanent tissue is classified into two, right? Permanent tissues are classified into two. Let me show you. So basically we are talking about permanent tissue. Okay. Now it is classified into two. One is simple permanent tissue, right? And the other is complex tissues. Now again the simple permanent tissue is classified into three, right? Simple permanent tissues are classified into three. One is parenchyma, right? Other is chlorenchyma, right? And the last one is sclerenchyma. So basically we are talking about simple permanent tissue. Again I repeat, we are talking about permanent tissue. Permanent tissues are classified into two: simple permanent tissue and complex tissues. Simple permanent tissue is again classified into three: parenchyma, chlorenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Now what is permanent tissue? So the word itself gives you some idea that permanent tissue is the one means whose size, shape, which and the function remains the same. It will not change its function as it grow, right? So that is the thing. Certain cells, they lose the ability to divide and they become a permanent tissue. That is what we call about a permanent tissue. They lose the ability to divide. So now they will not divide. They will take some fixed role. This process of taking a permanent shape, size and function is called differentiation. So what is differentiation? They stop dividing. The process of taking such permanent shape, size and function, we call it as a differentiation. And differentiation leads to permanent tissue. So which process gives you permanent tissue? Differentiations. Now the question is simple permanent tissue. So the first one is, as what I said, parenchyma. Parenchyma is the most common simple permanent tissue. So mostly you can see in simple permanent tissue, that is parenchyma. Now what does a parenchyma do? It is relatively in that the cells, unspecified cells with the cell within cell walls, and they are loosely arranged. Loosely arranged means if you see, they are not closely packed, they are loosely arranged, so it has large spaces between them, and thus this tissue generally stores food. So which tissue generally stores food? Parenchyma. So the food is stored in parenchyma. They have spaces in between the cells, right? So it is loosely arranged, and the more important is what I said, this cell stores food. So first thing what we saw was a parenchyma. Second thing what we saw was a chlorenchyma. Chlorenchyma is the one which contains chlorophyll. Now you know the cells which contains chlorophyll, the chlorophyll is required to perform the photosynthesis process. With the help of that they produce food, right? So which tissue, as what I said, which cell? Chlorenchyma, right? Chlorenchyma cells have chlorophyll and perform photosynthesis, and we call it as a chlorenchyma. Now the same for the aquatic plants. They have large air cavities, right? These large air cavities are present in parenchyma to help them to float. So mostly the plants which are that has large air cavities, right? Such parenchyma we call it as arenchyma. Okay, so arenchyma is a type of parenchyma only. third type of tissue. But before that, what does the chlorenchyma gives to the plant? It gives us flexibility, right? Chlorenchyma gives you the flexibility. It allows the plants to bend, right, like tendrils and stem of a climbers without breaking. So you know there are plants which bend, even though after bending they do not break. Such flexibility is provided by the permanent tissue called chlorenchyma. Okay, did you understand? Chlorenchyma. See, there is a difference between chlorenchyma and chlorenchyma. Chlorenchyma and chlorenchyma. Are you getting what I am the difference? Chlorenchyma have chlorophyll. Okay, with the help it provides photosynthesis. And the next, as what I said, is chlorenchyma that provides flexibility in plants. It allows them for bending various parts of the plant like tendrils or stems. Those are the climbers, as what I said. Now we can find this tissue in leaf stalk also below the epidermis, right? Also the cells of this tissue are living, elongated and irregularly thickened. Irregularly thickened means it's not thick at everywhere, and it has very little intercellular space. Okay, it has very little intercellular space. Did you got what I said? And the last one I said is a sclerenchyma. Yet it is another type of permanent tissue. It makes the plant hard and tough. It makes the plant hard and tough. Hard and tough means you have seen the husk of coconut. It is so hard, right? It is made up of sclerenchymatous tissue, and basically those are dead. These cells of this tissue are dead. Their long narrow walls are thickened due to lignin. Okay. So they are talking about different permanent tissues, right? They are talking about different permanent tissues, and these walls are so thick that there is no interspace. So thick that there are no intercellular space between them. Okay, did you got what I say? No intercellular space inside the cell. This tissue is present in stems, vascular bundles, right? In the veins of leaves and the hard covering of seeds and nuts. You are getting what I am saying? So basically we have talked about permanent tissue. They stop dividing, right? And then they stop dividing and it become a permanent tissue. This process is called differentiation. Simple permanent tissue. Permanent tissue is categorized into two: simple permanent tissue, complex permanent tissue. Simple permanent tissue, as what I said, the first is parenchyma. That was the most simple permanent tissue. The second, as what I said, and simple parenchyma stores food. Second, as what I said, is chlorenchyma. Chlorenchyma contains chlorophyll that helps in the process of photosynthesis. In aquatic plants, parenchyma helps them to float, and such parenchyma we call it as aerenchyma. The next what we say is a chlorenchyma. Chlorenchyma is another permanent tissue. It allows them to bend without breaking, like in tendrils, right? They climb without breaking. They give mechanical support to them, right? And as what I said, it has very little intercellular space between them. The next is sclerenchyma. This tissues again is plant hard and tough, like the husk of coconut, the outer covering of seeds and nuts, and there is no intercellular space between them. So understand the difference between simple permanent tissues and all these details. Okay, so hope you are getting what I am trying to say. Try to learn these things. We'll see the things next, more about simple permanent tissue in the next session. Okay, thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.